Hello and welcome. Let's discuss Project 3, the Instruction Manual. As usual, you'll find your student learning objectives and what you should read. I've also included a hilarious video that will give you some idea of how detailed your instruction should be, and several prior student work samples. I've also included some instructions that I made in the past using a simple document in Microsoft Word, and of course, your project expectations. Let's have a look at those. For your instruction manual, you'll want to review Chapter 14, and if you've not already done so, you'll want to look at the tips, tricks, and training videos in the resources module so that you can get some additional help with working effectively with images. This is going to be an image-heavy project. The goal of this project is to create detailed instructions on something that you love to do, something that you want to share with other people. It should be simple enough that someone who's not really familiar with it could do it using your instructions, so keep it simple. Don't try to tear down an entire engine or rebuild a transmission. That's just way too much, and someone who's new at this would not attempt that right out of the bat. Keep it to one small activity, one small process. Something that's very complicated is not really going to inspire confidence in your reader. Keep in mind too that you may not use a recipe for this project. That is not really something new or unique or different. Everyone knows how to write a recipe on a piece of paper and put bullet points for the ingredients and a paragraph for step-by-step instructions of what order to mix things. And I want you to think a little outside the box and not do that. Most of the prior student samples that you'll see in this unit are how to send a text on blank phone, because that used to be the only option that I offered. Now, however, I've decided to expand that so you can do anything that you want to do other than a recipe. If you don't have any idea what to do, you can still use that as a starting point, how to send a text message on my type of phone. If you're not sure whether your idea will work, just email me and I'll let you know if it might be too much for the assignment. But think in terms of simplicity. What is it that you know how to do that would be easy to share with someone else? Please be sure that you give very specific instructions, including images. Assume your reader has sort of a basic familiarity with the topic, but they might not know how to do the specific aspect of it that you're trying to show. As stated above, these should be more than a simple recipe that lists the ingredients and tells how to put them together. It should be like instructing someone how to text, how to build something, how to sew or knit, how to parallel park. Something that you can be clear and concise with specific actions that they have to take in order to accomplish the task at hand. Keep it simple, keep it direct. Think of explain like I'm 5. So you want to explain it in such a way that those who have no familiarity or basic familiarity could follow your instructions and be successful. Make sure that your images are clear and consistent throughout the presentation. Don't make different borders and drop shadows for each image unless there's a reason for that, because this is a separate type of thing. As to the parameters for this project, it must include a title, information on what these instructions are going to lead you to. You need to have subheaders to divide your different sections, and you need to have as many images as are necessary to really clearly illustrate the steps of what you're doing, but no fewer than 5 images. As far as those images go, please be consistent. They all need to share the same type of border or the same type of annotation. And remember not to put a white image on a white page without some sort of border or drop shadow. When we were doing the phones, I had so many students who would do a screenshot of their phone that had white in the middle of the text message area, and then they were doing it on a white page, so you just sort of had a floating little header at the top with the time and battery power, and a floating little keyboard at the bottom. You have to put a border on an image if the background color is the same as the image color. Make sure that you don't use more than 3 fonts. Keep it visually appealing and interesting to look at. It's not an essay. Please don't give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in double-spaced bullet points, black text on a white page, very plain. This is meant for print, so make sure that you keep your margins in mind and don't make your fonts incredibly huge. This is a small little instruction manual that tells how to do something. I need to see clear evidence that you've planned this, that you've put some effort into it. I need to see correct spelling, punctuation, and grammar throughout. And I do not need to see your name. When is the last time you saw an instruction manual that had someone's name on it? Don't put anything about this being for a class or being an assignment for a class. Don't use pixelated or fuzzy pictures. Find the good high-resolution image or take your own image. And don't use images that have not used constrained proportions. Again, those tips, tricks videos will show you how to do that, but basically no squished or stretched images. Also, for this project, we will not be using citations on the images. Use images you took yourself or found under Creative Commons, but do not put a caption under your images for this project. Once you're done, you will come back to the main project area and go to the submit link to submit it. And as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, and good luck.